Hey, it's Jane here. I'm super excited today because I am talking to Alexandra Babel. And Alexandra, I'm super grateful that you had joined me today because I really think you have a lot to offer for people on what we're all going through. So I'm just going to tell you quickly how Alexandra and I met. We actually met on Facebook. You watched one of my coffee chat times with Heather, right?
Yeah.
And she reached out to us and we went for coffee. So we've only actually met in person once, but we had a great connection. And what did I say about Alexandra? You're amazing. So first of all, she is the founding artistic director of Opera Kelowna, right? Which is amazing. And I know you just passed the torch on that. And yes, you're married, and I don't know how many kids and grandkids, so you can tell people that. But I really think she has a lot to offer because she's so positive, and we just all want to help each other out in this time when we're all social distancing. And yeah, so maybe just share a bit about how long you've been married, kids, grandkids, and more about your opera you do. Yeah.
Thank you, Jane. It's a real honor to be part of this project. I find this sort of idea a very compelling one because there's so many of us that, let's be honest, this season in our lives is a challenging one for all of us. Whether one is prone to more optimism or pessimism, it's hard for everyone. So I'm glad we're doing this. We need to reach out to each other and stay connected. A little bit about me. I am the only American-born member of my family. My parents met and married in a refugee camp and moved 16 times in 17 months, eventually ending up in the States, after which I was born. I married a Canadian, and I told you this before. The reason I married him is because as a Canadian, there's this perpetual apology, and nothing is ever really mine anymore.
Because of the Canadian apology.
John cannot hear me. He's downstairs, but I'm sure you'd have something to say about that. Anyways, so I graduated from St. Joseph High School. Then I went to Taylor University where I met John. Then I got a bachelor's degree in choral music education from University of Michigan. Then I got my master's in opera performance from University of Alberta. And then I went to Northwestern for my doctoral studies. So I've done one and only one thing my entire life, and that's all to do with singing or teaching singing. So after moving to Kelowna, which is an unusual move from Chicago, we moved for my husband's job opportunities. We have 3 children. They're all adults now. And very interestingly, all 3 of them have decided to stay in Kelowna, Canada, in order to have their professional lives right here. So we're privileged. Sarah is our eldest, and she's an accountant, as is her husband. Catherine, we call her Kiki. She's our middle. She's married to Naveed, and they're doing very well, and actually produced our very first grandbaby, who I'm Rowan. He's so cute. And then there's TJ. TJ and Zoe live downtown Kelowna, and we have them all right here. But of course, in this season, not really, just on house parties. So
yeah.
So that's
you have one grandson, one grandchild?
One grandson, and he'll be a year old next month.
Aww. So before this whole social distancing, because it really came up quick, hey? Like, because Alexandra was up for an award as the finalist of the Kelowna Women in Business Award, right? Yeah. And wasn't that was one of the first things that big thing that canceled for you?
Yes. Yeah. Interesting, Jane, how at first when we heard this, we were all like, what? And it took us a while for it to sort of hit. In fact, we were being rather cavalier about it in the first, few days, and even in the first few weeks. We're like, whatever, it's the flu, whatever. Who cares? And then things started to get more serious as we started to pick up the reports about all the things that were happening throughout the globe and how all the airplanes, all the things. And we all and became far more humble about it. What I appreciate about Canadians is the fact that as a general rule, I think we've been very cooperative and very compliant. And I hope and pray that that bodes well for us. But we'll know in the next 2 weeks if we have done a good job with flatlining. So
yeah, and the next couple of weeks are so important. Hey?
Absolutely. So I do have a singing ensemble called Candeska, which means beginning to shine. And it's a group of young women who have taken throughout the world. We've been to 11 countries, performing and singing classical style, but arrangements of more contemporary music as well as medieval music. That's very fun. We were planning to make our trip. Of course, it's canceled, and we'll have to wait on all of that. But the girls themselves, as we get together, the young women themselves find that they need each other more than ever. So we did do a group rehearsal kind of on Zoom. It has its technical limitations, but even though we didn't completely sing the entire time, we did express where we were. And I am concerned for that generation.
For the young women?
Yes, young women. And some of them were supposed to graduate from high school this year. So bye-bye prom, bye-bye grad trip. Where am I going to wear this gown after all? And it's so devastating and disappointing for them. So I feel for them. The other group I really feel for is the artist. But anyways, back to the script. How was my life before all this? Okay, I actually made a little list of all the things that I would do in the course of a week to prepare for this wonderful interview. Okay, so I'm not going to the office. I'm not going to get my hair done once a week, which I used to do. I'm not getting my nails done.
I'm sure a lot of women are struggling with the nails.
Between the lines. Okay. I'm not getting my facials, not getting my massage. I'm not going to my yoga studio. I'm not going to Pilates. I'm not going to rehearsals, and I'm not going to my dance class, and I'm not going to lunch out, and I'm not. So huge adjustment to just stay home. And it took me about 10 days to sort of land the plane into that here and now.
It's creating a new normal because our brains are so used to doing this that the first week is sort of this shock of like, okay, we really have to stay, not talk. And
you must have done that too.
Oh yeah, yeah. And I think you feel like you've lost a bit of freedom. Like I can't just go see my daughter. We have to be smart. We have to do this, but we're such social creatures, and we're just used to our routine. And so what are you doing at home now? Like, what is did you create a new routine? Is that what you did?
Another list.
Oh, awesome.
So I really love home. Even though I'm a very social and gregarious personality, I very much love being home as well, which is a good thing. And my heart goes out to those who either their home life is not a safe one, or they've got young ones they're trying to entertain. Oh my goodness. So I do believe that keeping a schedule, no matter what, is important. So my calendar is scheduled. My day is scheduled with up at 5:30, 7:30. I do a beach body fitness thing. I'm doing the bar one right now. I have a group online, the most wonderful group with Maria Mead. We talk every day about our fitness and our goals, and it's just a fun group. I meditate every day. I do a Wim Hof breathing exercise.
Oh yeah, that's good.
And I'd like to shout out hashtag Breath Army. That's the young Jeff who's doing this very same breathing. And we just meet on Instagram or on Google and we breathe together. It's a wonderful thing. Then I'm doing Moda Yoga every day, and that's an online yoga thing. I believe that John and I have worked really hard at our intermittent fasting. So we don't eat 3 meals a day, but we do prepare very carefully and thoughtfully about what we are going to eat around 2 o'clock. So we're down to about 1 meal a day, which is an important way to enjoy your meal, but also to use some time being mindful about what you're going to put in your body.
Right.
So I memorized 2 Shakespeare monologues and I'm auditioning for, anyways, that's fun. And I am working towards getting my business up online. It's very different. I'm trying to be a good sport about it. Audibly, it's very different to hear your voice on this technology than it is in my room with my acoustics and my piano. So I'm trying to be progressive, but I'm finding it a big challenge. And then we hike, and then I fell in love with making sourdough bread. But
that's good.
It bit me back. You can't see it there. Oh, ow. Okay. So love hurts. So I believe in keeping a schedule. I believe in getting dressed. I put lipstick over you. I believe in staying rested because I think it's worse if you're not rested. And I know that's hard for people because a lot of people are having trouble sleeping, but that breathing comes into play again. I believe in the breathing and the cold shower, cold exposure thing.
Oh yeah.
Staying connected. I believe in learning new things because I think if we just give up, right? That's scary. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I obviously exercise and health and projects. We're doing some rentals. I think I mentioned that. And then I think we just have to keep going. As
Yeah.
women, we have to keep going. Now that I'm giving room and leaving space for how painful and difficult this is. But at the same time, I think that we need each other. Those of us who want to just keep going and continue to be in this sort of frenetic way of proving that we're good need people who are quieter and more mindful to remind us, light a candle, be still. I need those people in my life, and vice versa. So
Yeah.
we're pointing out the fact that we're in this together and that we mustn't lose each other. And like one of my young women said in the Candeska group, what would we do without this technology? Because we can be with each other.
I know. And we, Alexandra and I were talking before we came live about, there's a lot of us have friends or people we know that are alone in this. And it's really important to connect with people that are alone because they need the connection, even if it's like this, right? So important. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have? We could, if you have any websites or apps, we could pop in the comments, like the breathing
Very
one.
happy
And
to do that. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, I'd
yeah.
be very happy to do that. And I was going to show you my shorts today because just came from working out. I was going to get all dressed for you. I did put lip on, but my shorts say it all. Are you ready?
Let's see.
I don't know if you can see this. Okay. So silly. I can't believe I have the guts to do it. Okay. Never give up.
Never give. Very good. You're awesome. Thank you so much for
Jane. Thank you for this initiative, and I wish you all the very best for your continued success. And I know that together we can get through this. We are going to get through this.
Yeah, and I've actually got quite a few people coming up every day. They're going to come live. Lots of different people. A lady from Texas tomorrow. I'm excited. And I just think, yeah, whatever's working for us, we'll share it and reach out. Anyone that wants to reach out to Alexandra or me, and we'll put your group, the singing group in. Candeska?
Well, thank you very much, Candeska. Yep. They do have a website. It's just
we'll do that.
Candeska, meaning Beginning to Shine. And 11 of those girls are out singing professionally all over the world. I've had this group for over 15 years, new ones coming in. It's very exciting. These young ambassadors of the arts. We never got a chance to talk about that, but I'm concerned for the arts, deeply concerned. How are the arts a non-essential? But anyways, that's for another one. That's for another podcast.
Yeah. But I know, it's crazy. So, well, we will sign off, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart. You're amazing. I'm super glad we connected, and we will talk soon. Get your nails done.
Where?
Okay, bye. Bye.